Hello and welcome back to another episode on the Minecraft Handbook. I've just managed to look at an Enderman, which wasn't what I planned to do for the start of the episode. Anyway guys, you might be wondering why we're in the end. Well, it actually has something to do with Enderman, and we're actually going to finally build the Enderman farm. So I've actually been off camera mining down here, as I wanted to gather a whole bunch of obsidian. So one of the great things about this is I should be able to use the Y0 bedrock, obsidian, to kind of get down to the lowest position. Now, I've got to work out where that actually is obsidian. This is a little bit scary. I think I can see some down there. Okay. So we've made it down, and we now need to move in that direction. And now that we're down here, we can actually build out. Now, my plan is to go probably back in this direction, as that's going back towards where we got teleported in to the end. Now, as you can see, I'm using spruce leaves. And the reason for that is you have to use a non-spawnable block, because obviously we've gone down to Y1 and we're going to be moving as far away from the end island as possible, and this will just increase the spawns that you get to make the most efficient XP farm that you can. But obviously, because we're trying to achieve that, we don't want to build in, say, cobble going along here, because obviously Enderman could then spawn on that cobble, and that would then mean that they could lower the rates for the actual farm itself. One way to get around that is to use slabs on top of cobble. I don't actually have any slabs to use to kind of illustrate that. Alternatively, just use a non-spawnable block. Obviously I'm using leaves. You can use glass. I think glowstone counts as unspawnable. You can also throw redstone dust on top of anything, as things can't spawn on redstone blocks, or redstone items. You can also use buttons and bits like that. Those are some cool kind of ideas. But for general simplicity, I'm just going to be using leaves. And I'm basically at the edge of the island at the moment. So which way are we going? We're going in the X direction, and we're going up in X. So I'm probably going to go, as we're at 128 now, to probably 300, as then that's a solid kind of 170 blocks over. That will make sure that we're well out of the spawning regions. And yeah, I think the best way for me to kind of do this is probably in the form of a time lapse. And so I do apologise that time lapse. I thought I'd pressed the hotkey to start the recording, but for whatever reason it didn't quite record. Now obviously this platform that I'm building here, I'm going to actually do for something else in future. However, my intention is to kind of fill this in and maybe build a little structure that I can store some items like ender pearls in and bits like that. But for the moment, we're actually going to focus going this way. Now I've actually run out of jungle leaves, which is a little bit embarrassing, but it's fine. We'll just use oak. And what we want to be doing is, if you press F3 and G on your keyboard, you can show the chunk borders. I'm not entirely sure if you can show it on bedrock, but this is obviously interesting for the point of view of you want to be able to go, like, say here and go into the middle of a chunk. Now obviously chunks are 16 by 16 areas, so you cannot do this perfectly, but you basically want to go to the middle of them. Now we don't want the ender pearl one, we want this one. Okay, and we're going to grab ourselves the granite from the middle. I wanted to kind of use the granite because it doesn't really get used very much, let's be real. I have no plans for it for regular survival, at least not at this moment, and so that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to do a 7 by 3, I think. I could do 7x4, but I think we'll roll with a 7x3 spawning pad for now. I may change that depending on the rates we get. We actually need to grab some torches because those blocks are now spawnable to Enderman, and the worst thing would be is an Enderman spawning and then going and knocking us into the void. So maybe we'll do this further up actually. I had thought about doing a kind of short-sized Enderman farm. I'm actually going to change what I was going to do design wise, just because I remember seeing something, I can't think of who it might have been. It might have been iSheven on Hermitcraft. I couldn't tell you, but though. Let's go to the next chunk border though and basically replicate what we did before. But yeah, it used an endermite, and actually I have got all the resources with me to do that, and I think that'd be kind of an interesting build to do, as I've never done anything like that before. Let's do, yeah, so 1, 2, 3, and then make this 3 out this way, and then 3 out on this side. Is this relatively in the centre? It looks to be. I'm not sure if I want another line for the spawning pad. No, we'll keep it like this just for now, and I can always extend it later. Let's just put in those torches for now. Let's go 1, 2. Actually, this needs to be wider than this if we're going to do the new design. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not sure if that'd be far enough, but we'll give it a shot. Actually, no, it has to be 2 more over. And I know why it's got to be 2 more over. It's because we want to expand this out. So I'm not entirely sure how exactly this changes it. I think this is just something that's been done so the Endermen don't just fall into the void when they're trying to pathfind. But yeah, it seems a little bit weird that we're throwing in leaves around the edge, because obviously Endermen can't spawn on it, so I can't see it increasing the rates. I would have to, you know, go into depth to find out why. And I don't think it's actually worth worrying about at this moment, so we'll just take it at face value and build it as is. Right, let's extend this whole thing out to be 3 wide for now, because then we can focus on the actual build here and not worry about dying. So it's going to be on this bit here that we need to go up 3, I think. Oh, there we go. And then we'll go like this. So the Enderman will jump up here. And, oh, I didn't bring any trapdoors with me, did I? That could be a bit of a problem. What have we got in that? Spruce sign, obsidian, flint and steel, that, no. Okay, so we don't have everything we need, but we can still kind of make this work. I'll just have to run back and, yeah, I'll run back, I'll grab the trapdoors, and I'll see you guys back here in a second. And so I grabbed myself the trapdoors. I also grabbed myself a name tag, as we're going to be needing one of those. So we're going to throw in these trapdoors along here, and right, we need to grab ourselves some leaves. Now let's just place, can I not place them on there? Okay, we'll do it like this. Place these up like this. Oh, I've missed one down there. Right, this goes along here, and we need to go on this side as well, and we'll go like this. Oh, I've missed another one down there. Right, cool. So we can throw in almost a line here. We're going to put an actual block in there though, and we're going to open those up. Awesome. Right, let's throw that in there. We have to be kind of careful here, as we're going to be doing this in a way that could mean that Endermen spawn. Hopefully they don't though. Let's just throw in some torches for the time being. Right. Actually need to get back down to this, as in this we have some rails and bits like that. Right, let's hop back up here. Let's grab ourselves the granite, and yeah, we need the rails out. Right, there we go. And actually we need this to be higher, as we don't want, as we're going to be trying to spawn an endermite. Now, for those of you that don't know, an endermite causes the enderman to become very hostile towards it, and it will try to, like the enderman will try to attack it to kill it. Now in order to spawn it, we need to basically spam ender pearls, and this can take a fair amount of time. That's why I've gathered this whole collection of ender pearls. Let's just break that for a second. And yeah, this could take any amount of time, and unfortunately there's a little bit of a problem, because obviously we take damage every time we do this, and so yeah, I need to make sure I'm staying stocked up on food. But that endermite already spawned. Wow, I did not expect that. Right, let's name this little guy, and come on, get inside the minecart. There we go, and that's in the right direction as well. Awesome, 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 awesome. Right, let's break that. And we're still getting hit by this guy, which is slightly annoying. Right, let's destroy that. And I'm not sure if I want to destroy that or not. I could leave the rail, I think, and I think it will still function. Right, let's go this side. So obviously the enderman will run up to try and attack this endermite, but we need, obviously they'll fall down here and they won't be able to reach down, but I think they'll still be able to attack us. So let's do it like this, where we go on the underneath. For a second I thought I hadn't thought this through correctly, but no, this is perfect planning. So yeah, this means that we can just sneak into here, start attacking them, and they shouldn't be able to kill us. Perfect. And then actually I might throw in another set of slabs. Let's put this crafting bench down, and we'll grab some more granite slabs. Let's break that again, and we can just afford to lose some leaves, to be honest. Right, let's cover that bit up and that bit up, just to kind of mean there'll be no less loss anyway. Right, we need to plan how we're going to do this, as right, this needs to go up like that, and that needs to go. Okay, so can I build this? Yeah, I can. Right, this needs to be at least 2 high, because then that way enderman can't get to anything. Will they still want to jump up? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we'll do an extra one just to be sure. Oh, I lagged then. Blimey. Jumping around when you're in the middle of the end next to the void, not the ideal time to you know, be practicing your acrobatics. And I can actually sneak back through, which is perfect, because this means I can go this side of all of this. I can come over here, and we'll turn the chunk borders off now, as they're no longer needed. I've got to be extremely careful, well, not careful, but fast about how I do this. Right, now let's run, and go here, here, and then sneak back through. And please tell me this works. Yes! Oh my lord! That is a lot of endermen. Why are they not aggroed at the endermite though? Have I built it like 1 block too far over? What if I like come back this way? Huh. I'm gonna kind of go up here and just double check the endermite still is alive. I've got to be careful as he might hit us off. No! How is it the endermite died? Did you guys kill him? Oh, very nice. Oh, that's frustrating. I've got to think about how I'm going to do this. Well, maybe we'll go back to the drawing board here. I'm going to think this over. Obviously, we can spawn another endermite in. I will need to go and get myself another name tag though, which would be kind of frustrating to do, but it's got to be done. And I will revamp the design, and hopefully when I come back to you guys next it will work. No guarantees though. Let's just swipe this enderman out of the way, because he was getting on my nerves. And so guys, I feel kind of stupid. Yeah, so I didn't think about it. So I looked off quickly. I went on the wiki, thinking it was going to be some kind of elaborate thing for how I've done it wrong, and in actual fact, I just didn't think about how the enderman can reach. So obviously, this block was, I only had this set up one layer, which meant that the endermen were able to reach up there. But if I have it up here, when they fall, they will not be able to reach this bit here, which is kind of good. Let's build ourselves out the same system that we had going before. So we've got to do it like this, and then maybe here is the best place to go. Right. Oh, there we go. And then we've just got to go through the task of spawning an endermite again. So, come on, here we go. Last time was pretty quick, so I don't think we'll spawn one quite as quick this time. But, you know, there's always hope, I guess. Let's eat quickly, as we're actually taking a fair amount of damage. Come on. Come on. I know this can take some, several stacks to actually spawn. Let's eat again. And this is looking like it's going to take a whole bunch of time. I've got to be careful as well, because although I'm on 3.5 hearts and I won't die from a single ender pearl, if an endermite does spawn, I don't want to be killed by it. Come on. 3.5 hearts. Let's make sure we eat. Are we serious? There we go. There we go. Come on, get in the thing. Right, so we want it on that far back block, which is on. Awesome, that works. And let's not get too close to it. And yeah, I'll leave those granite blocks up there to just despawn naturally. Right, I did actually expand this, because obviously I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be 3 or 4. I worked out the best, the most efficient is to use 4, so that's what we've gone with. And quick, let's run, and just jump down here, go out to this side, and you'll see, yes, there we go, and they're continuously going. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. And what we're going to end up having is entity cramming in a minute, or at least I think so, because it'll either reach a mob cap, or the game will start saying there's too many. Yeah, you can see they're taking damage. The game's saying there's too many here, we just have to kill them off. And one of the great things about this is I can now just sit here and whack them. How did he get through? They shouldn't be able to teleport onto these onto these slabs. That was weird. I'm not sure I enjoyed that. And it's also not filling up anymore. Well, yes it is actually. Well, there was a period where it wasn't, and that worried me that I thought they'd got to the endermite again. But on the bright side now, you're going to be able to get an infinite amount of ender pearls. That works a lot better than anything that I was going to do in the nether with an enderman farm, as that was something that I had considered given the new biomes. And as you can see, we're actually gaining a lot of XP by doing this. Now, for those of you that are interested in enderman mechanics, I'm actually using my other sword, the less flammable sword, and the reason for doing this is it doesn't have fire aspect on. Now, for those of you that don't know, if you have fire aspect on a sword or any kind of weapon and attack an enderman, they actually have a chance of teleporting away, because they're being damaged, and obviously they don't want to be damaged as much as you don't. And yeah, obviously if they start teleporting away out of my farm, that's going to get a bit annoying. And so yeah, I think technically smite is the best enchantment to use for this. I'm going to go with sharpness 5 just because I absolutely hate smite, and in actual fact I'm so used to having sharpness that I have so many sharpness swords kind of laying around in comparison to the amount that I would have for smite, and so it only makes sense for me to just use the swords I have. Obviously this is a mending sword as well. I've managed to break that block somehow. Let's quickly fix that before they all flood back in. But yeah, because it's got mending, this XP farm does actually fix the tools I use, obviously, in order to farm the enderman, which is great. Obviously you can see XP on top of that. And yeah, this has been a super simple design, and it's by far the fastest way for me to repair all of my tools. Obviously we've got the skelly grinder, skeleton, yeah, the spider and skeleton grinders back at the base, but they don't really compare in terms of how efficient this is. Obviously, because endermen, the only mobs that spawn in the end, besides obviously the ender dragon, but we've killed that off. You know, the whole mob cap can be dedicated to endermen, and so any of you that are wondering, you know, what kind of thing to build, I highly recommend building one of these. You know, if you need any help, just watch the video throughout. I think I've explained most of it in enough detail that this should be able to be done by anyone. But once again, thank you very much for watching. I apologise that I didn't upload for a little while. I actually upgraded my video editing software, as before, you know, my video editing software, it wasn't great. It kept messing up every time I produced videos. I'd always end up uploading them and something wouldn't be quite right, whereas now I don't think that's going to be the case. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy them more. It has made it easier for me to edit as well, and so you know, my editing should hopefully get better as the series progresses. Well, anyways, enough rambling. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. For any of you that are still interested, I'm hoping to do the world download at episode 50, and yeah, stay tuned for that. Alright guys, see you in a bit.